I'm going to change up my script for the start.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, GDQ? My name's KamaCrimson. I'm here to kick off the online block for GDQ. With me on my virtual couch, I'm joined by Bruh and sirlaurencenz. Perfect.
I'm just doing
Sounds
my
good.
practice.
Yo, what's up, GDQ? My name is KamaCrimson. I will be running Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger. Joined with me on the virtual couch is Bruh and sirlaurencenz. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
The run's already started?
I'm sirlaurencenz from New Zealand, also known as Lorne, and it's currently 4 in the morning.
I am Bruh,
Wait,
and I'm not from
run's already
an
live, right?
exotic location as Lon, but just from the good old U.S. Midwest.
Yeah, so with the introductions out of the way, we're going to hop right into the run. So, to get started, here we go. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Let's get going. So, as I mentioned, this is Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger. This is a 2002 collectathon platformer. To get right into the run, we're doing a trick called fence skip. We do this to actually sequence break. We want to head into shipwrecks right away, which is a level you wouldn't normally do first. The reason we do this is so that we can get swimming early on in the run, and it will save around 8 seconds later in the run. So we pick up the aqua rings there. That way we can swim. And let's make sure that we got a good tide. Okay, so yeah, there is a cycle-based trick called Landshark Skip, found by Dr. Landshark. This trick saves only around 3 seconds, which is quite a lot in this category. Luckily, we got the cycle, so I will be going for it. Hopefully, nice. I don't mess it up. So let's see. Let's see if I make this jump. We're going to pick up this little guy here and then use him as a platform. It's easy. Let's go.
Nice. Oh, that's hype.
Yeah, nice. And then right after that, we're hopping right into another skip called Ship Clip. We are essentially going to throw our boomerang and hopefully it hits the button through the wall. Easy peasy. Got that. And then another trick coming right away is called Nest Swim. This uses a tech called ground swimming, which you will see a lot throughout the run. It's exactly how it sounds. You swim on the ground. The reason it's called ground swimming is because you actually can't swim in air. You can only swim along geometry, i.e. the ground in some slopes. There you saw a down bite. Basically just timed my bite late so I can teleport downwards. And then coming up is coconuts. Lon, do you want to explain the camera shenanigans going on here?
Yeah, so basically Kama's needing to be aware of where his camera is at because it can really easily get caught on all sorts of different objects and everything here. So he's needing to be mindful of where that is while doing all of this like little parkour jumps and everything, jumping off of trees, jumping off of coconuts, light jumps, whole bunch of cool mechanics, bite boosts, all of that. Also, just here as well, Kama just got that third bilby, and then he's going to continue getting seahorses, but there's also another route that is viable just around this section by going off to the left and going out of bounds. That means that we end up skipping the seahorses and then replacing them with bilbies in a later level, which we'll talk a bit more about when we get up to that level. Anyways, there's some big scary fish coming. Have you got any funny stories about those fish, Kama?
Oh man, these fish are absolutely terrifying if you're a new player to the game. Also, these fish have killed many a run. Probably around 5 to 10 for me. If you get caught by them, they lose around 10 seconds and will basically kill your run. So you do have to watch out for them. Coming up here is arguably the hardest skip in the entire game, right in the first split. This is called Spire Swim. What we're going to do is use one of these sea dragons that we have gotten earlier in the run, and we're going to use them to set up a ground swim, and then use that ground swim to swim up the spire. That setup should work. It does. Let's go. Perfect setup. Bad player, though, unfortunately. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a controller, which you can't see. The reason we do this is to circumvent a forced camera angle that doesn't let you move. But if we use a controller, it does let us move. So We swim up the spire like that, get the Thunder Egg. And now we're going to return to the start of the level to do some cleanup. Lon, do you kind of want to take it away from here while we clean up these sea dragons?
Yep, and that was a perfect swim up the spire there as well. That's got to be one of the most spectacular tricks in the game. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the kind of like structure of how you progress through this game. So there is these collectibles called Thunder Eggs, and these collectibles allow you to go through and unlock different boomerangs, which are needed to beat the final boss of the game. So we need to collect these boomerangs. They unlock bosses. That's where we get those boomerangs from. And yeah, that's essentially what we do to get through the game. Some other cool stuff as well that has really come about in the last year has been a massive push for all of the glitch hunting with all of the ground swims that have been introduced into the game. Ground swim was added in a patch to the Steam version, which has also come to all of the new console versions that the game is supported on. And the game has improved from when it was last at GDQ from 1 hour, 2 minutes down into the sub 30-minute range. So you're going to see some more shenanigans throughout the run, but how about you talk to us a little bit more about some of that routing, Kama?
Yeah, so for anyone that's played this game, we're now doing the first level second. Like I'm aforementioned, we do this second because we now have swimming, and we can get through this level a lot faster. Here is a brand new trick that was found 2 weeks ago called Spy Cam Swim. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to get it third try. Very nice. Shout outs to Matt, a brand new runner, who helped me find a setup for that trick. Thank you, Matt. We're going to get that Thunder Egg and then head up here and go for a trick called a Bite Slide. It's very precise, so let's hope I can get it. I got a mini version. I think that saves time.
Bit of hype on that one, let's be real. Yeah. Okay, it's so easy to lose time on that.
Yeah, so luckily we didn't lose time. That's good. We're going to pick up the third Bilby there and then head towards 2-up swim. Lon, do you want to explain why we're not doing 2-up skip?
Yeah, so we used to call this one 2-up skip because you can't exactly swim when you do this level first. So by getting shipwrecks first out of the way, we have the swimming ability. It lets us just swim through here. Previously, we needed to do this like really precise setup where like we would like jam ourselves against a fence and then jump and then do a bite at the top of our jump using walking mode. And it was just this thing that was really difficult to find a skip for. Hundreds, thousands of attempts just doing blind attempts into it, was only ever able to get to like 20% consistency or anything like that. But eventually we found the setup and it got to like 90, 95% consistent, but eventually that got routed out by the swimming. So it is what it is, but I found one time save there and it got replaced by another, so it's fine.
Oops, a little bit of a mistake there. For anyone that noticed, we did just pick up the second boomerang. The second boomerang is crucial for movement because it allows us to glide across long gaps, as well as extended gliding, which is a tech that is used to gain extra height. And it's actually the best way to gain height in the entire game. So right here, I'm going to let Lon take it away to shout out Aquarmity. So do you want to talk about Aquarmity, Lon?
Yeah, so Aquarmity is basically the GOAT of our time attacks for this game. Essentially, there is these like 9 little races inbuilt into the game right from the 2002 release from the original developers, Chrome Studios. They still developed the game. But essentially, these little time attacks, they are just little races where you run through these little rings and then you get through a finish line there. Aquarmity holds every single world record for every single category and subcategory of all of the time attacks. And he has that on the in-game leaderboards. Like he has all of the verified times and everything like that. So dude is an absolute legend in the game for that.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Chrome for adding that into the game, because you can go into into the leaderboards and stuff right within the game. And it's really awesome to see them support that for speedrunning.
Yeah, so here is slide 1 skip. Luckily, we got a first try. That lets us skip a slide, which saves, oh my gosh, probably a minute, something insane like that. And then we're doing another skip called Waterfall Skip, which we did get first try, luckily.
Let's go.
Coming up here, we're going to do a little bit of multitasking. We are starting this bat mission, and we're starting the bats by hitting them. While the bats are moving, we're going to pick up this other Thunder Egg, called the Tree Log Thunder Egg. The bats are still moving, so we're going to get that Thunder Egg, head back, And since we're efficient, it saves a lot of time just due to multitasking. And as you saw, they get back right as we get back. So it's a perfect strategy to optimally route out this level. Right here's a trick called bat swim, which I won't be doing. There is a way to get a ground swim after finishing this mission, but I'm not going for it, mainly because it's kind of finicky and only saves around a second if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, not really worth going for.
Yeah, it only saves like 1 second when you're not doing the full Bilby route. Also, just a quick shout out to Bruh as well in the commentary booth here as well for routing out that whole cave section. I remember being there in VC with him as he was doing it and really inspired me to go into glitch hunting and everything myself. So thank you, Bruh.
Thanks. I'm just glad it's still in the route because it's fun to fun to do, fun to play.
It is a dope section, have to say it.
Yeah, shout out to Bruh and his brother Delight, who I'd like to mention as well. Yeah, we're finishing up walk there, and then we're heading to the first boss of the game, called the Bull, or Bull, I think that's his name. Something to note about this Bull is that he has a mum tattoo. Big scary dude with a mum tattoo. You love to see it.
And I just have to point out as well, the mum tattoo says M-U-M. Okay, that is the correct spelling for all of you Americans out there. That's how we spell it in New Zealand, Australia, and I think also the UK. So
I did not know this.
Hearts for all the mums in chat, I guess.
Shout outs to the mums.
We love you
right
guys.
now would actually be a very good time for donations, if you can take any.
Yeah, certainly. MHF Silver donates $50 and says, Ty has no glitches. Seriously, though, good luck, Kama. We know you'll do us all proud.
Silver.
Yeah, so what MHF just mentioned, he said Ty has no glitches. I forgot, does anyone know where that quote comes from or who said it?
I know exactly who and where. So Silver said that to a well-known glitch hunter several years ago, saying that Ty had no glitches, and that glitch hunter came in and literally broke the game apart at the time. So that is a reference to that. Silver is actually the first person to have a recorded speedrun of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, so awesome that he is still around. Shout outs to you, Silver. Cheers for being here, and cheers for donating to Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah, so here we're going to finish up the Bull's Pen. Hopefully I don't mess this up. You want to stand behind these pillars in a very specific way. That way the Bull charges you sooner. And it saves around 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds if you do all of them correctly. Luckily, we did it correctly. So we're going to exit out of the first boss, easy peasy. And then we're going to do one of my favorite skips, called the Mission Impossible skip. Lon, do you want to talk about Mission Impossible?
Do I want to talk about it, or do I want to sing about it? Like, what do you reckon I should do?
Sing!
Sing! Do it!
Dun 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 dun.
And now we're in Snow Worries.
That explains it perfectly.
Yeah, so here in Snow, this is a pretty difficult level. There's a lot of easy things that can mess you up. In particular, the snow piles. What you're going to notice me doing is that I'm going to be aiming for the very top of these snow piles. The reason is because these koalas inside that we're rescuing will just accidentally get hit if you aim right at the snow piles, which makes the snow piles invincible, thus making them ungrabbable. So you really want to make sure you hit these in a very particular way. That way you don't lose several seconds of time loss. Luckily, we got them very easily. The rest of them are pretty easy from here on out. So let's make sure I don't run into these. Nice, not bad.
Also, I have a quick shout out to chat. Thank you for your faith in my singing and being concerned about DMCA. I'm pretty sure we're good there.
Yeah, no, we're good on DMCA. Quick shout out to Tinsel, the top Australian runner of this game. What's up, Tinsel? He actually found this mini reroute here. It saves a second. Easy. Thank you for that, Tinsel. We're going to pick up the last koala, the last lost koala child, and then also pick up the second Bilby, right?
First Bilby, mate. First
Bilby. No, dude, I always get it wrong. It's the first Bilby. I don't know how I always get it wrong. So yeah, let's get the first Bilby and the second Bilby, and then head towards Yabby.
Yeah, I also just want to mention another thing as well, just before Yabby as well. Like, you've seen Kama jumping all over this level. Essentially, whenever you're jumping up or down any slopes, it's actually faster than just running up and down them just on the flat ground or whatever, I guess you could say. By jumping, you're essentially just having your horizontal speed and allows you to get better overall displacement across the level. Anyways, into Yabby here, Kama's going to be basically shooting this crayfish, whatever lobster thingy, and that's going to go up against the vent and then turn around and try and chase Ty. And then Kama's going to lead that lobster into this little cave here and then shoot the rocks behind to close it up. Now, there's a swim here, which for some reason, whoever found it, they named it Lawn Swim. My name is Lawn, and
Oh, didn't get it.
Didn't get Lawn Swim.
we can dream, but essentially it's like 8 seconds of an RNG swim, basically. We don't understand how to make it consistent. It's like 1 in 10, 1 in 20, something like that. If anyone ever finds it, we will eternally thank you.
Yeah, if
Moral
someone
of the-
figures out how to get it, eternally thanked.
Moral of the story is don't name the hardest trick after yourself. If you
Come on, bruh.
Don't name the hardest trick after yourself. Sorry, Lon. Coming up here's icicles. Oh, these are terrible to learn when you're a new runner. Luckily, we got extremely good RNG. Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Yeah.
So it'll be super easy. Piece of cake, actually.
Imagine
And then-
your map, though.
Right after this, we're gonna do my favorite swag strat. It
Swag
looks
basket.
simple because it is. So swag basket. Are we gonna make the jump? There's the swag basket and easy peasy. Let's go. So we're gonna finish up the Bilbies here. We're gonna get the last one real quick. Come here, Mrs. Bilby. Thank you. And then we're going to head towards Millskip, which is an ancient trick. However, this version is very brand new. Lon, would you like to explain the new Millskip?
Yep, so essentially, the new Millskip was found when BuzzChi and I were working on the Taiwan practice mob together. And essentially, BuzzChi was just flying around, as you do, and all sorts of modding tools and stuff like that. There's some really cool modding tools for the game. But yeah, essentially, he was just flying around, he yeeted himself into the side of the mill, and he kind of just stuck and shouted at me, going like, Lawn, 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 I found it! I found it! He just stuck on the side of the thing, and as you can see, Kama just nailed it, almost ran off.
fast, dude.
That gave me a heart attack.
Not even close.
So
that
low.
was absolutely terrifying.
That's
That was
Chill's moment.
extremely
oh my
close.
gosh.
So we're
Hype's-
gonna finish up the level here, turn in the koalas, and then leave.
Hype slow for that 360 mil though.
guys.
That was like almost perfect except for almost running off the mill.
Hate to put all the commentary on Lon, but Lon, do you want to explain how Outback works?
Yeah. Okay, so immediately Kama just talked to
T-post?
Shazza there. Yeah, I know. I saw that for a frame. That was rather odd. But yeah, so talk to Shazza there, and what that does is it starts the emu mission, and then we immediately go, nah, we're not gonna do that mission. And then we talk to Ranger Ken, starting a different mission. Now, if you're wondering if that's useful anywhere else in the game, no, it only happens in Outback for some reason, so it took a really long time to find that. That was one of my favorite findings, to be honest. But yeah, you'll also notice that Kama is moving really quickly on this bull. You might remember this level being somewhat long and laborious. It is not in a speedrun. It is long, well, sorry, not that long, and quite skill intensive. So right now, Kama is pressing forward on the controller and then also pressing his left and right inputs on his keyboard and mouse, alternating, of course. That forward input and side input, those two get added together with vector addition, and it gives you a 41% speed boost. And then he's using the mouse to move his camera around and everything. Now, he's just finished the Toxic Waste minigame there. Now he's going to do a main menu. That takes him right back to the beginning of the level where he will now talk to Shazza and actually do the mission instead of just skipping by it. And this is the hardest mission, most skill-intense mission, most RNG mission in the game, all concentrated into like a 30 to 40 second window here. So Kama is needing to basically fish these emus out with this like lasso rope or whatever, charge into them where possible to try and like minimize the amount of pulling that he needs to do on them, and then also hope that he doesn't get bad RNG pulls or anything like that. Hope that the emus don't go into weird positions. It's basically just a whole bunch of really difficult things that you need to just nail it or you lose a whole bunch of time. So Kama's had a bit of a rough one here. Looks like he has a little bit of a disappeared emu here somewhere. There we
Hello,
go.
sir. There
I
he
think
is.
I call that one RNG move. That one likes to run into the corner sometimes. It can be a little bit hard to spot them, especially when they go behind pillars and such as well. We also use a lot of sound cues for keeping track of where the emus are. So when you're in a crowded VC, it can get a little bit hard sometimes. So, yeah.
Yeah. Shout outs to Bruh, who's commentating with us. He absolutely hates this mission.
Gosh, you gotta call it out. I really do. Every time I run this, I'm like, all right, now I feel like I don't want to run anymore. But I
Your
say
brother
that
tried to route it out
dramatically.
for you.
But yeah, exactly. Which this actually may be potentially routed out because I mean, one thing I'm always saying is this game is always growing. We're finding new runners and new glitch hunting that is causing this to potentially be routed out eventually. But it's just so hard. You have to focus right on looking down and pushing Shaza faster than her normal driving mechanics just to get her through this race and just ignore all the frills pretty much who could kill her if you see her health bar on the bottom.
Yeah.
But we got better things to do. Get there fast.
So right now would actually be a really good time for one donation.
This one, Matt, donates $5 and says, Crest swim or it didn't happen. Good luck, Lon, and Bruh, you got this. Let's make Maury proud. Oh, and good luck staying awake, Lon.
Oh no.
4:30 and counting. 4:30 and counting.
Yeah, it is 4:30 for Lon, unfortunately. So something that donation mentioned, and since it mentioned it, I'm gonna go for it. We're going to be doing a trick near the end of the game called Crest Swim, which was just found by Matt around a week ago. A week or a week and a half ago, so shout outs to Matt. Brand new runner who has found a lot of glitches recently. So shout outs to Matt. Love you, Matt.
I think he might be in the lead for the most time save found this year at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
Oh, this year, yeah.
Talking about Matt, once again, he also found this trick called Bridge Swim. This saves around 12 seconds and is one of the biggest time saves in recent history. It does save a lot. I should say time saves of the year, correct?
Yeah, it's
One of the biggest time saves.
I think it is the biggest time save this year, actually, is getting that one down consistent. It was originally found by Brandorn the Great buddy of mine, and my main glitch hunting conspirator, shall I say. Brandorn and I doing most of our glitch hunting together, but essentially we found a lot of stuff for Bridge Swim without any setups, and Matt just came along, boom, we have a setup. So now it's actually usable in a run, so huge shout out to him.
Handing commentary right back to you, Lon. Do you want to explain kind of how these torches work and kind of how this level functions?
Yeah, so basically we are escorting Dennis, a green tree frog, which, fun fact, is nocturnal. And
Yeah,
he's scared of the dark.
Yeah.
We have a nocturnal, scared of the dark tree frog. So we're having to light these like torch barrels with our flame ranks here, which we unlocked from the first hub. And that's essentially going to get Dennis back to his house. Now, this mission takes a really long time for Dennis to walk the whole way. So you saw Kama go across off to the side just to task overlap a little bit and get the bill beat. It also means that we don't get too far ahead of Dennis so that he then kind of like deloads or anything like that. So we're just needing to manage all of those different factors. Some other interesting things as well that go on with this level is the draw distance at which you're able to see entities and to which they're processed for moving is actually different to like the general like world update timer. So when Kama runs away from shooting these last barrels here, he's going to get away from them and then they will no longer be able to be turned off, but the game will still think that they're on and Dennis is able to continue running. Also, we sometimes call that Kappa bat, so Kappa's in chat, please.
Yo, Kappa's in the chat for that bat.
Indeed. But yeah, going back onto the render distances there and everything like that, essentially Dennis is able to continue running because that draw distance is larger than that update distance. Also, there was a little box that Kama did a dive into as well just before. And that box is actually the cause for ground swimming. Essentially, sometimes you would be doing a dive and your diving animation would then kind of just have you bonk as if you hit solid ground. If you've ever tried diving on the ground, I don't recommend it. But essentially, Ty would do that sometimes and the developers were like, that is not good for your health. It's better if you dive and you skim across the surface or you just go through the box or whatever. So that change was put in, and as a result, it means that you don't instantly lose your swim when you make contact with the ground, and there's no checks after that, and that is why ground swimming exists. And what you just saw there was Kama got two fun dregs at the same time. Now, I didn't mention this so much earlier, but he actually went outside of that medium draw distance that he has, and that meant that he went outside of where Dennis was within vision at all, and he essentially buffered it at like 99% on the mission, finished the Netty mission, and then ran back into range and got both Fundrags at the same time for a nice like 3-4 second time save. Anyways, double turkeys here. Truly the casual player's
nightmare.
worst nightmare.
Yeah, coming up is Crikey's Grove, also known as Sharknado. Vaughn's nickname in high school was also Sharknado, wasn't it, Lon?
It doesn't make sense, but yeah, it was my nickname in high school. Also, not a bad Crikey spawn, I must say.
So I could do more commentary here, but I think now would actually be a really good time for maybe a couple donations. Would that be all right for you?
That would certainly be all right. How about this one from Phonics Fire, who donates $20 and says, "Good luck, the Thai Discord's got your back."
Yo,
what's
shout
up,
outs to the
Phoenix?
Thai Discord.
We also have $30 from Co-RL Killer, who says, "Thai hype! Good luck on the run, I wish I could have been there to support. If you get sub 30 minutes this run, I will make another donation matching the ending time of the run." Sounds good to me.
Alright.
Whoa, okay.
And let me get one more in real quick. We have Happis9 says, "Amazing to see Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger, represented in GDQ. One of the best speedrun communities I know. Good luck to Kama on the run." And that's a $10 donation. Thank you so much for that, Happis.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, this is super biased opinion, but I think Thai is probably one of the more underrated speed games, and that's why I try to push the game so hard. Here is Gate Skip. I should have
Found by
talked about that
Coral.
right away. Found by Coral Killer, who just donated. This trick saves the most time out of any trick in the entire game. Because we can swim over that gate using the exploit that was accidentally patched in by the developers, we can skip the entirety of the third hub and go straight to the end of the game. So thank
I
you,
love
Chrome.
the Zappy Ring, man.
Pay respects to the Zappy Ring because we will not be seeing that ever again. Sorry, Zappy.
It is used
right, here's
only
tree
to
skip.
open the generator.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll be fine.
easy.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we
I
go.
almost went out too far. That could have been bad. All right, so
Same.
a callback to the earlier donation. We are doing Crest Swim. We're going to finish out this swim to hit the level portal from under the map. And then we're going to enter Cast Crest, where I'm going to go for Crest Swim right away. So pay attention. Let's see if we get it. Hopefully we do. We didn't get it.
Feels bad, man.
Well, I will be going for the backup strat, which is bomb jump. Easy every time. That saves around 2 seconds over the old method. Or I think it's 1.5 to be exact.
Bomb jump is 1 second, but yeah, still a nice little time save. For the most part, though, this level is essentially an auto-scroller.
Swag? Swag strat?
Oh,
Going for swag
oh,
strats. Walking
he got the
along.
swag strat. Oh, the bite save.
Easy, let's go. Yeah, so this entire section is an auto-scroller, so that's why we're calling it a swag strat. You can troll a little bit here. Not a big deal. Now would be also another really good time for maybe a couple donations, if there is any.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaithal donates $25 and says, "Kama is so good at Taiwan that it should be illegal. Thanks for pushing the game further than I or anyone else could have ever imagined. And good luck on the run. Hope the memory leak doesn't take over. P.S. Controller only players are still more cool."
Oh.
We also have... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was going to say, technically I do use a controller, but he did say controller only.
H. Marie donates $25 and they say, "Greetings from Germany and love to all the speedrunners around the world." Time for one more?
Yeah, one more would be perfect.
BioFreak donates $25 and they simply say, "Loving the Tasmanian Tiger run." Thank you so much, BioFreak, for that donation to Doctors Without Borders.
That's
Yo,
good.
thank you. Yeah, thank you everybody who donated during this run. It really means a lot. I feel very grateful to be here, obviously. But more importantly, thank you for the donations because they're going to an amazing cause. Shout outs to Doctors Without Borders because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the fundraising. So shout outs to them. Here we're doing final battle. What we're going to do here is just quickly clear out these cannons. We are on hardcore mode, meaning if we die here, the whole run's actually dead. Luckily, I didn't take a hit there, so we're not risking that. We are then going to break these wires, hopefully not accidentally targeting any enemies with Ty's auto-targeting. Easy, look at that. And then we're going to do Doom Clip. This is a pretty revolutionary skip that was found semi-recently, around a year ago, I think, right, On?
So.
Yep. And this was found by Brandorn, BuzzG, and myself. It is basically the largest time save with the exception of gate skip that has been found in a year.
So
Also,
I have to cut you off.
Yeah.
So I do have to cut him off because we have to get ready for time here. So on time, get ready. And time.
There we go.
What was the time, Mello?
Give me 1 second. I have a bit of a delay.
That's
all
looking like
good.
sub 30 to me. Also,
It seemed really fast.
congratulations
sub 30?
on that, Kama. Also, I have a little surprise for you as well, actually.
Okay, we got 29-20.
Oh.
No way!
Nice.
Yo,
What?
That's 1 second off
That's-
second place.
That's 1 second off of second place.
Oh my
Not
God.
bad. Not bad at all. What?
almost beat my PB in a marathon.
What? What was that surprise you were talking about, Lon?
So, do you know Pizza Boy?
I do know Pizza Boy.
That's Kaifol.
What?
I've been teaching
Pizza
him.
Boy's Kitethal?
Kaifol has
Dude, there is
returned,
no
my dude.
way.
He's under an alias?
Yep.
Oh my. What a,
We've been hiding that for 6 months.
Oh my gosh. So for anyone that doesn't know, Pizza Boy is well, I thought he was a brand new runner, but it's Kaifol under an alias. Kaifol is a historical great runner who actually ran for GDQ the first time Ty was in GDQ. So shout outs to Kaifol. My mind has been blown. I quite literally am shocked. Dude, what? What? That is insane. Well, shock aside, I'm gonna do some shout outs real quick. Before we get to the incentive, which I think we did meet the incentive, correct, Mello?
Again, give me just 1 second
Sorry,
here.
delay.
I know, yeah, we're working on it. We did.
We did, awesome. Yeah, so since the incentive is coming up, I have to quickly restart my game. The reason is because there's a memory leak, and if you load the game too many times, it can cause a game crash. So I'm gonna play it a little bit safe for the marathon. So before we get into that Rainbow Scale % run, or the Rainbow Scale % run, a quick shout out to Chrome. I really want to shout out Chrome, which are the developers of this game, because this run simply would just not be the run that it is today. Primarily because all of that swimming that you saw that was on the ground just wouldn't be in the game. So thank you, Chrome, for making this game what it is. And thank you for updating this game after, 20 years. Thank you. I appreciate it. Me and the community appreciate it. Talking about the community, shout outs to the speedrunning community, all of the modders, all of the other runners. Who else am I forgetting? Lon, who am I forgetting?
Yep, there's also some really cool stuff as well that has been done in the last year. So we've got the Taiwan practice mod. We're also going to have an auto splitter for the game. And then also a big project that a whole bunch of us worked on is we actually have a Taiwan any % history video produced by the one and only Speed Docs. If you guys haven't checked them out, check out that Thai video. It is incredible.
Yeah, big shout outs to Speed Docs for putting, I think we worked on it for 8 months. So
Yeah, something
shout outs
like
to
that.
Speed Docs for spending so much time on that documentary. And thank you, Speed Docs. So since the incentive was met, we are going to do an all Rainbow Scales run, also known as Rainbow Scale %. So let's get going on that. The main point of this run is so we can show off the main hub, which you never see in any other category. That's why I wanted to do this. So let's get into this Rainbow Scale % run. Are we doing a countdown, Mello?
We certainly can if you'd like.
Yeah, awesome. So I do want to time this, although I think it's very unlikely that I WR. We'll see. Or even get near it. So to get started, let's do this countdown. Countdown in 3, 2, 1. Let's go with all Rainbow Scales. So Rainbow Scales is extremely menuing intensive, so very mechanically intensive, as well as just, I guess it's, just super mechanics intensive. It's going to be constant swimming, constant movement, constant menuing. So it will be a little bit hard to get to everything, but hopefully we do. So what you're going to notice right away is that I'm going to save the game. The reason is because if we just main menu, the game won't save. We have to save after we pick up rainbow scales. Nice. That is a deceptively hard rainbow scale to get. Luckily, we did get it. We're now going to head to Hub 1. That way we can get swimming for the rest of the rainbow scales. This is kind of a slow part. So do you have any more donations, Mello?
I certainly do. Ogre Lord donates $50 and says, as a kid, I never got past Crikey because he was too scary. Good luck to the runner. Hope he doesn't get tidied up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Crikey is probably one of the scariest enemies in the game, if not the scariest. I was also terrified of Crikey as a child. Oh, luckily I'm not anymore
scary,
when
let's be real.
I know how he functions down to the code. So, oh, bad menuing there. We just want to exit level, then main menu. I was going to save the game for some reason.
Do I have time for one more donation?
Yeah, perfect.
How about this one? $35 from Penguinosity, who says, Yo, Kama! Love from all your friends in the rhythm game community! Couldn't be happier to see you here.
Yeah, shout outs to Penguinosity, a very prominent Osu Mania mapper. If you've played Osu Mania, you've definitely heard of him. I used to be very deep into the community, so shout outs to the Osu Mania community. I love you guys. So thank you for showing up. That's quite the surprise. Thank you, guys. Here, we're going to save game, head back into here. We do a very precise bite there. That way we can enter without taking fall damage. We're now going to do a brand new skip. It's so brand new that we don't even have a name for it. So we're going to try to get a ground swim here by lining up a very precise cycle with this water. And I think we got it easy. And then we're
You
going
say
to...
Very, and I think it was actually Very who found it as well.
Yeah, Very found it.
One of the other decently experienced runners as well in the community.
Yeah, shoutouts to Very NF, who has also just, anytime he runs this game, blistering fast improvement. So shoutouts to him. Currently, I think he's is he top 5 still? In any percent?
Yeah, I think he's top 5.
Yeah, shoutouts to Very, man. Love that, man.
Actually,
Top 8.
dropped off of it. He is behind Pizza Boy, also known as Kaifol.
Oh my god.
I'm still shook about that, dude. My world has been changed knowing that Kaithal's Pizza Boy. All right, we're going to do a trick that you don't see in any other category called Pontoon Skip. Looks like I'm struggling a little bit. Hopefully not too much
Spam
longer.
that space bar.
Nice, got it. But not the rainbow scale. There we go. We are then going to get a swim here to pick up the 15 all the way to 19th rainbow scale. We're going to get a lot of rainbow scales with this single swim. So let's try not to run into these trees because doing that's very easy. Nice. Let's not get stuck here as well.
No
nice.
thanks. Look at that.
Okay. I was going to do
Yeah,
a
use the
faster
ball.
route, but didn't do it. Let's make sure that I don't forget this rainbow scale because I have done that in a run. Luckily, I didn't this time. We're now doing Mission Impossible again. That way we can pick up these two
We won't sing
rainbow
this time,
scales. All right, easy. Biting there is actually barely slower, but I did it to be safe. Right there, I circle around an invisible an invisible Thunderite counter, which you actually can't see. So yeah, we made it around that fine.
Just a sign for some reason.
Yeah, it's just a sign that's constantly loaded. I don't know why. We're now going to head into Hub 3 using a ground swim, a very precise ground swim. This could potentially go really bad, so hopefully it doesn't. Let's focus here.
It could also do some teleporty shenanigans. We'll see.
Easy, let's go.
Nice.
We get it.
And then,
That one is deceptively hard.
oh, didn't grab the ledge there either, which I did do in world record, so. Nice.
Also, the reason why the menuing is so awkward on this one compared to other categories is we usually run on hardcore mode, which has your default cursor location or whatever over continue instead of save game. So you have a lot less inputs required.
Gate skip once again, and get ready for time because the category is actually about to end here as we pick up the 24th and last rainbow scale. And time.
Nice.
Yeah, that was not bad.
There we go.
Let's go, dude. My guess is like 540.
Looking like a 5'5", 5'10", that kind of thing.
Wow, that's way better than I expected. Wow, not bad. Yeah.
5'03".
So guys, that is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. To do some final shout outs, one more time, give it up for the Ty community. I love you guys. I've been gaming almost my entire life, and the Ty community has been one of the best and supportive communities I've ever been a part of. So I love all of you in the Ty community. Thank you, everybody who donated as well, who's in the community. I love all of you once again. I guess I'll shout out myself. I stream this game every single day on Twitch. You can find me on Twitch or anywhere really at KamaCrimson. And I guess I'll hand it over to Lon and Bruh to end out the run. Lon.
Yeah. So currently, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger is 50% off on Steam, Xbox, and Switch stores right now. If you're interested in picking it up and giving the run a go yourself, it's a really fun game. Really recommend it, and I have no regrets about learning it myself. Also, big shout out to everyone that has been donating throughout the event and everything here. Chat, it's been wonderful to have. Been wonderful to have you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed having us. Keep this energy going for the rest of the online block here.
Yeah. Hi. Mentioning the online block. Thank you for having me being the opening online runner. You guys better hype up the rest of these online runners because they're just as important as all of the other ones. So let's go, online runners. I want to see some really good PBs and runs. Let's see it. But I was going to end, but I forgot about Bruh. I'm so sorry,
okay,
Bruh.
I'm patient. The only thing I wanted to say is shout out to Game Boy and Stealth for doing a lot of glitch hunting with me, other glitch hunters, routers, game modders, but really the supportive community. I just back up what you say about that, and I just love this game, and I love seeing it ran fast. So that's all I have to say. I'm just happy to be here, and good run, Kama. Nice work.
Thank you. Yeah.
And let's hold that nice 69,000 viewership as well. Keep it up, GDQ.
Nice.
Wonderful work.
Thank you all.
Doctors
Thank
Without
you so
Borders
much.
supported everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of the GDQ. Bye-bye. Yeah, dude, they could totally... We could be on air right now. I actually can't tell. Yo, what's up, G?
All right, what an excellent run. Thank you, Bruh. Thank you, Lon, and thank you, Kama, for that excellent commentary and the excellent run of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. That was just so great. I want to read one more donation. Big People School donates $25. Simply says, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Hype! Give it up for the crowd, everybody. Hype! All right. We'll be back in just a moment, right after this. Global greetings, companions. I am Brutal Mellow. And whether you're on site or online, I need you to get wild when my next sentence begins. Ready? Live from Bloomington, Minnesota, you're watching Summer Games Done Quick 2022, powered by Twitch. All right, I need to highlight how special this next block is. You know, remote runners carried us through the last 2 years of events. So, you know, we really, as for right now, we're in the middle of the first remote block of SGDQ 22. So let's get a hype. So show your support. If you're at home, bump it up. If you're on site, you may want to join us. We're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. I have a challenge for you. Get in those donations with your best limericks, and I'll try and honor it with everything I've got. Thank you to King of Zeal for your $25 donation. They say, many awesome games, much enjoyment. So happy to see GDQ back in person. Love everything you guys do. And thank you to Ice for your $25 donation. Ice says, never get tired of this event. Thanks to all the streamers and staff who make it happen. Thank you, and that was a tie pun. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. I don't want you to forget, but you're watching Summer Games Done Quick 2022. Earlier, I asked for some of your best limericks, and we have some, so here we go. Miss Foxtrot donates $25 and says, there once were some runners who were sleepless. They destroyed walls, but alas, those were meatless. Both ran Castlevania 4 in a low percent race like a war. What is a man but a miserable pile of Zika? Okay, thank you very much, Miss Foxtrot. And thank you to Kat for your $10 donation. Kat says, there once was a place for speedrunners, from puzzlers to platformers to gunners. They get things done quick. These feats are quite sick. Donating for a good cause each summer. Thank you to Kersmush for your $25 donation to Doctors Without Borders. And Kersmush says, Dracula's morale has been chilled by the Belmonts, determined, strong-willed. Through his own bloody tears, he cries out in despair, is it vampires or frames being killed?